Hi, good afternoon. Welcome back to the channel. Today is Sunday, March 28th, I believe. Not sure, I didn't even look at the calendar, but it is Sunday. I believe it's the 28th. Welcome back. I am on my 5,000 watt dual motor electric bicycle, and it is full suspension. I'm just cruising around town. It's a beautiful afternoon. Yesterday was kind of really windy and really cold. So I figured I'd get out and get a ride in. I'm climbing a 20% grade right now in first gear very easily, and I am pedaling. So yeah, I figured it was nice and get out and take advantage of it. You can definitely spot the haters, of course, always. I got like this evil eyeball before from a police officer, and he gave me like this sly eye, like hater, another hater. There's a lot of haters out there, you know. They don't want to see you having fun or doing good in your life. They want to try to ruin that for you. Well, that's what I like to talk about today, haters. Do you have any haters on your channel? I hope not. You know, you got to keep a good frame of mind. Don't let anybody bother you. And the minute you sense any judgment or danger, you know, you just walk the other way. 'Cause there's a lot of haters out here. So anyway, back to the bike. This bike is full suspension, and it is it's like a traditional bicycle. You have the adjustable seat, which I actually love because you can get that leg throw. Make a right here, go down this way. So yeah, and the wind isn't too bad today, so it's actually pretty nice. Good day to be outside. It's good and sunny, nice and bright. I have my bright orange jacket on, so I'm really visible. And I do have my helmet on. It does have a light in the front and the rear. It has a flashing light in the back, so if you press it 4 times, it allows just the back light to stay on. The left right here. And it wasn't an expensive helmet, but it was good enough. No, any protection's better than no protection. And for $40, it's rated up to 28 miles an hour, the helmet. And it's, you know, it's your brains in the highway or the road. Yeah, what a difference today. It's beautiful. So my channel is pretty much just about electric bikes, electric bicycles. We're gonna jump off here a second and have a look at her. So now when I left the house, I had a probably 98% charge. It was on 57 volts, and a full charge on a 52 volt battery is 58.8 volts. So as I mentioned in all of my videos, be sure to put it in pedal assist 0 so the bike don't accidentally take off on you. There she is. Nice and clean, all shined up. Bike is absolutely awesome. Awesome looking bike. And it is a dual motor bike. Most of the time I just use the single motor in the rear. And the single motor only and pedal assist 5, this bike will get up to 37 miles an hour. Dual motor mode, anywhere from 42 to 48 miles an hour this bike is capable of. So it's pretty quick. It's real durable. I got a Rock Brothers phone holder. And let's check her voltage. Oh, I'm at 57.3. So it actually came up in voltage. So it's just about a full charge. Pretty nifty bike. So now I've priced this bike on Amazon now, and I noticed they went up. So this bike right now is $1,600. I paid $14. A little less, or now it was about 14 and change. Right now, I don't see the same bike, but I see one that resembles it. 48 miles an hour. It's listed on our webpage. And the same matching bike today. The frame looks the same, it's just a different name. And that bike is $1,600. And I don't even think that includes shipping. So yeah, this bike went up in price. Probably about $300. So I'm kind of glad I got it when I did. And it does have 180 millimeter rotors, front and rear. And I already did the upgrades, the pedals, and the sprocket in the back, the 7-speed. I'm really thinking about making it a single speed, but then it wouldn't be a mountain bike. Might as well just leave it the way she is. It's perfect. Anyway, put my phone back up here. Alright, and back on the road. Let's throw it in pedal assist 1. Yeah, this bike is nice and smooth. I adjusted my gears a little better last night. It seems a little better. Yeah, it's smooth. It's nice. Sure it shifts good. Oh yeah. Yeah, the gears work absolutely beautiful, smooth. So in pedal assist 1, you can probably get 60 miles out of this bike if you're doing like 10 miles an hour. So it does have a lot of range. It does say it does have a 32 amp hour battery. I don't know if it's a true 32 amp hours. Such a beautiful day today. Good day to be out and about. So as I was saying on my last video, or it even might have been the video before that, Amazon has some new bikes this year, and some of them are claimed to reach close to 50 miles an hour. That's amazing for a budget electric bicycle. I mean, this also is a budget bicycle, and I absolutely love it. And I do live in the state of New Jersey with these new laws in place. And of course, I do get the evil eye, or the sly eye of a police officer when he's going by. But I never speed, I don't break the law. You know, there's a time and a place for everything. And I'm not one for doing wheelies and stuff like that. I try not to bring too much attention to myself. People are so stupid. I'm like out of the way for a reason, you know? You know, there's a thing is being cautious and being overly cautious. It's like riding your bike. It's okay to be cautious, but don't be overly cautious because that's when something happens. So yeah, the wind is not too bad today. There's one thing I have to get is a microphone, so that way you can hear me a lot better on my videos. And my son is gonna educate me on, I don't know, using a GoPro. I don't know what's better. If you guys could leave a comment in the comment section, a GoPro or an action cam. I'm not sure which one to invest in. I heard action cams are a little easier to use. Second gear. Second gear. Or actually pedal assist 2. Bring me to 16 miles an hour. It's actually a nice cruising speed. Feels nice to be outside. I think I'm dressed a little too warm for today, but you don't have to pedal with this bike if you don't want. But I do sometimes. Most of the time I pedal. And I do have my pedal assist turned all the way down to 1, so that allows just, I think it's 1 full rotation of the cranks, and then the motor engages. But I did read somewhere, if you mess with your bike settings, and you know, you get rid of the factory settings, don't constantly change your settings because you can damage the controller or the bike. So once you bring your settings up, it's best to leave it right where it is. So you know, don't change your current through your controller, leave that the same. Don't turn your power down for your miles per hour, like just leave the settings right where they are. I've heard this from numerous of guys, and also on a lot of websites. When you unlock your bike, just leave it unlocked. Don't mess with the settings, because you can damage, I don't know, I think it says you can damage the controller. I'm not sure how true that is. bike is smooth. It's nice. Bumping up the floor. Brings us climbing a hill. Still doing 25. Bring it up to 5. This bike will do 36 to 37 miles an hour, just the back motor. It's pretty quick. You can definitely keep up with traffic very easily, just in single motor. So we made it to the dollar store. I don't know, I think it's called the Family Dollar. So, well, knock on wood, I've not got a flat tire on this bike yet. I do watch a lot of times where my tires are rolling. Last summer, on my way home from the Family Dollar store, somebody had broken a glass bottle of alcohol, and I ended up slicing my tire up on this broken glass, and it was a brand new, what, BFT, CFT, something like that, Torrance tire. It was a $70 tire on the back of my Ridstar, and it was on my bike for maybe a week, and I ended up getting this flat tire. So the piece of glass was still in the tire, and it punctured the tube. And what was weird, instead of it went like between the treads and sliced the tire wide open. So it went flat instantly. That kind of sucked. So out of the 7 years I've been riding electric bikes, I've gotten, I think, 2 flats, so I've not got many. So now, from now on, I always watch where I ride. Because if you get a tire, it doesn't matter if you get a flat on the front or the rear of this bike, because it's really hard to change because you got dual motors all the way around, front and rear. So this is a pretty awesome bike. It's good to get around and hit the stores, you know, run to the post office. So now, when you first get on, it's a gentle start, but if you're rolling and you hit it again, she'll take off. So that is a safety feature they put through, I guess, through the controller, through the software. which I kind of like, because only when you're moving, if you hit it again, it'll give you full power. So now if I come to a complete stop, let my miles per hour clear out, and now I'm full throttle, and it's gentle. But now if you hit it again, she'll take off. Which I kind of like, because if you are in traffic and you punch the throttle, you can get out of the way. But if you're at a complete stop and your display is not quite zeroed out, she'll take off. Do a speed run. Just don't want to get caught going fast. Surrounding police. We hit 42 miles an hour. I dusted that car behind me. Definitely a fast bike. It's a lot of fun. It's really comfortable too. So my shock was a little too soft. So I put another like almost 10 pounds in it. It's actually like perfect now. So hey, if you're looking for a bike this spring, check into something like this. I mean, it's full suspension. It has a very large battery. And it is capable of over 40 miles an hour. I mean, the power is good when you want to get out of the way. And this bike will do it. So with the wind velocity, it did hold me back a little bit. So, you know, there are a lot of bikes out there. And if you're looking for something that's like traditional and it gives you, you know, that adjustability with the seat and have that, you know, that leg throw and to be able to switch gears almost like a regular mountain bike, check into something like this. And like I said, the range on this bike, and I right now I'm in pedal assist 0. I'm actually pedaling the bike, and it's doable. I mean, yeah, it's probably almost 100. I think on the website this bike is 81 pounds, which for the size of the bike isn't bad. So you figure with the battery, they claim it to be 81 pounds with the battery. That's a really light mountain bike. And with the bag and all the extras, you know, you're probably looking at about almost 100 pounds total. But for a bike that goes over 40 miles an hour, is capable of over 40 in less than 100 pounds, it's a heck of adrenaline. It's pretty cool. And it does get up to speed pretty quick. So my current limit through the amp or through the controller is set really low. So that means it would take me longer to get up to speed. It goes, I believe, from 1 to 5. 5 being the weakest. Or is it just the, it's just the opposite. 5 being the weakest. And as you go down in number, it gets stronger. And 1 is the strongest. So that means it limits the amount of time that the motor will peak. It's controller limiter, it's called. And my amp, or my current through the controller is set to 40. It goes all the way up to 50 amps. And right now it's set to 40. I've never messed with it. I left it at 40. But it is capable of producing 50 amps of current. That is the discharge. Right here. So yeah, if anyone, you know, is interested in buying one of these this spring, and spring is starting, now's the time to buy a bike. And like I said, I've noticed a lot of them went up in price. Something that used to be $1,200 to $1,300 is now 16 and more. And there's just so many different electric bikes out there today, you know, depending on how much power you want. So this bike here, you know, it's nothing compared to a 750 watt motor. This bike has two 2,000 watt motors. And what I saw on some of these Amazon websites, even though they're budget bikes, they're putting 3,000 watt motors. And I saw one that has 4,000 watt motors. So that's 2 motors that are producing 4,000 watts apiece, and there's 2 of them. And you know, some of them are claiming 8,000 watts. And some of them are claiming even 9,000 watts of power. That's a lot of power. So, you know, if this has two 2,000 watt motors, I can only imagine what two 3,000 or 4,000 watt motors would be like. And not only that, I picked this one out because it had 220 newton meters of torque. So each motor has 220. Or I mean, each motor has 110 newton meters of torque apiece, which makes it a 220 newton meters of torque. The bike I looked at last night, they're saying that each motor produces 120 newton meters of torque. So that means that bike is 20 more newton meters of torque than this one, which is a lot. 20 more newton meters is quite a bit. So yeah, there's no doubt in my mind that those bikes are 50 mile an hour plus. So we're about a half hour into the video. I hope you enjoyed this afternoon's ride. I like posting videos and keeping everything, you know, up to date. And I hope I get many years of enjoyment out of this bike. So far, this thing's a beast. It does more than what it does more than I expected from it, let's put it that way. And out of all the bikes I bought from Amazon, like the cafe racer style, the motorcycle looking ones, this one by far is my favorite because of the adjustability of the seat and just the amount of power it has and the speed it's capable of. It's a lot of fun. So I covered a lot of area. It's really easy to cover a lot of area on one of these. let's put her down in pedal assist 0. So I approximately went 8 miles. So I went 8 miles. You can see it because of the sunlight. 7.9. And my max speed was 42 miles an hour. And we're sitting at 53.6. So if I power the bike down and power it back up, voltage will come back up. So we're probably at still 85% charged. Alright. That's it for today. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, share, subscribe. Everyone have a great afternoon. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Peace.